Hello. I'm making this video as a redux of a video that I made earlier today. And after posting that video and thinking about it for a while, I realized I just wasn't happy with the quality. So for posterity, I'm redoing it. The technique that I'm going to be presenting in this video is something that I use frequently to take data that's in one format and convert it into a different format. Specifically, I often use this to take tables from a PDF and convert them into JavaScript arrays. The obvious way that someone would do this in a brute force manner would be to retype all of the textual data in the new format from the old format into the new format. A slightly better way would be to copy and paste it into the new format. The best way would be to find somebody else online who's already done the work and just use their work. And there's plenty of reasons beyond just saving time that this is a good idea. So I suggest if you have a decently popular system and your formats are common, that you Google that or ask the community if they know of any examples of that. But if you're dealing with an esoteric system or your input format or your output format are uncommon, then there's a good chance you have to do it yourself, and that's where this comes in. So I'm going to present an example where I take this table, and this table is part of a tabletop RPG system written by Tana Pigeon, published by Wordmill Games, called Mythic GME. And I'm going to take this table and I'm going to convert it into a JavaScript array in this form. And I suggest always starting by writing out an example of the format that you want the data to end up in. In this case, it's a bunch of strings surrounded by quotes, separated by commas, and then the entire thing is bounded by square brackets. So I'm going to take this data and I copy it, and I'm going to paste it into a regular expression editor online. I suggest regex 101. It's what I like, but there are plenty of other options out there. I go into substitution mode. And so the way that this works is I'm going to use regular expressions to transform the data into the resulting JavaScript array. So the first thing that I will do is I'll remove these numbers, and I'll just do it, and then I'll describe what I've done. Okay, so this is the first transformation completed. So basically what I've done is I've written a regex string that recognizes the numbers, the period, and the space, and every place where the regex string is recognized, it's highlighted in the input text. And then that input text, or those blocks of recognition, are replaced with whatever's in your substitution text. In this case, I have nothing, so it's going to be just removed. And then this is the output from the transformation, which is this string. Once I'm done with that, I copy the output and I place it in the input. So now we're dealing with this string. And I go on to the next transformation. In this case, the next transformation is going to be surrounding each string with quotes. So this is how I do that. Okay. And I'm not going to go into the details of the regex, but basically what this is saying is take what this regular expression is recognized and replace it with what the regular expression is recognized but surrounded in quotes. So that's all I want. The second transformation is complete. I take the output string, I put it in the input string, and I do another transformation. In this case, I want to convert it from being each string on its own line to being all strings on one line separated by commas. So I'm going to recognize new lines, and I'm going to replace them with commas. And that's the next transformation. So let's take the output string, put it in the input string. And this is pretty much what I'm looking for, with the only exception being that it also needs to be surrounded by square brackets. And rather than finding a fancy way to do that, I'll just manually type that in. And great, now we have a JavaScript array that you can copy and paste into your JavaScript scripts and use as you see fit. So in summary, we've taken data that's in one format, in this table format, and converted it into the same data in JavaScript array format. And that's basically all there is to the technique. It's really powerful when you're dealing with large amounts of data. So thank you for watching.